for the 27th at 6:30 to order. Next item is to elect a chairperson. Do you want to be chair?
You looking at me?
Yeah. Or do you want me to be chair? Because Danny's not here. It's just the three of us.
Oh.
That's good.
Okay.
Totally up to you.
All right. Well, Mr. Deputy Mayor, I think you'd make an excellent chair.
All right. All right. So, all right. There's a motion. I'll second it in a second. All those in favor? Okay. We'll call the roll. Steve Bishop.
Here.
Mr. Dan Ormsby is absent, and Paul Bissonnette is here. We are going to move past item 4 on the agenda to item 5, which is a snowmobile club request for grooming equipment. Rich, do you have anything on that, or?
Yeah, I'll start.
I've been in contact with Mr. Osborne for several years now. As part of the Whole Oceans TIF, one of the things that we could do was trails, trail works, and grooming. So we had talked about potentially using some of that money for the snowmobile club to get groomers so they can groom the trails. I will say the several times that I've had phone calls from the citizens about the conditions of the Miles Lane trails during the winter. I message Andy and someone's out there, and the trails are nice, and then we get compliments from the public. So they've been a great asset and great and easy to work with. And this is something, like I said, they've been working on since the Whole Oceans TIF was announced. We've tried to figure out a way to make this happen, and where the ARPA money, this might fall under that. We thought we'd bring it to your attention.
All right. What are we, so I guess what are we looking at for a request in terms of for equipment, cost and all that?
Mr. Osborne is here to
Yes.
address.
That would be me.
All right.
It's never good when you giggle when we ask what the price is to start with.
No, nothing. I've got a thing here for everybody. Thank you. I think I know about everybody here. Thank you. This is a quote from Brendan Friend for a new side-by-side UTV with tracks on it instead of tires. We have so many landowners that are against. Would you like one of each? This piece of equipment is a Polaris Ranger. It's designed for tracks. It pulls 1,500 pounds. Its load capacity is about 700 pounds. A lot of the snowmobile clubs in the state of Maine are going away from snowmobiles because of the fact of maintenance, and stuff is expensive on sleds compared to UTVs. We've got about 60 miles that we maintain between Bucksport and Allen, and about 50 of those is in the town of Bucksport. But what we're looking at is getting this. Our club is, over the last 2 years, we've spent big money on bridges to maintain, and we've gone with all pressure-treated bridges, so we don't have to change the planking on them every 3 or 4 years. So our funds are getting depleted over the years. We want to thank the town. You know, they give us back the money every year for snowmobile registrations. It's about $1,700. We get about $700 from the town, and the state actually gives us about $6,300. Our grant is $6,300 this year, excuse me, if we spend that much money. So between bridge material, chainsaw repairs, snowmobile repairs, that kind of stuff, our grant went to the state this year. We spent over $7,000, and we get $6,300 back. What we're looking for is these funds to help finance this. Last time we bought a new piece of equipment was in summer of 1999. The town got through the town a 2000 Yamaha snowmobile, and that was our last new purchase that we bought. We've got a 95 snowmobile that we use, and this 99 or 2000, and then we've got an S10 that's got tracks on it. And we was able to purchase that S10, put tracks on it and put a drag behind it, which was about $15,000 altogether. But there's only certain trails that we can get that on because of the size and the width of it. This is a lot smaller, a lot more compact. Even with the purchase price of this at $25,000, we've still got to buy a drag to go behind it. And we've got the money for the drag, or we've got to build one to go behind it. So our that's the quote right from Friend and Friend. They did not include sales tax in that price, thinking maybe the town would, do it like they did before. That's how, when we bought the snowmobile in 2000, the town purchased it, saved us the money on the sales tax. And that's what we're hoping we can do here. So, I know it's a lot of money. We looked at the next size bigger than this, but it was more horsepower, which would have been probably a little bit better for us, but it's too wide, too heavy, and it was another $8,000 for the next size up machine in this. But, yeah, we've got some landowners that don't allow ATVs at all. We've got swampy areas that we can't get through sometimes. Like this year, we groomed about, total of 2 weeks, Snow conditions weren't right, and because of the warm weather, couldn't get across them with snowmobiles. If you'd had a small track machine, you could have gone a lot more places. So we're hoping this money that the, what is it, ARP funds? ARPA funds? We don't know if that'll pay for this or not. So.
Did you get a price from Bob's?
No, we looked at the ones from Bob, and they don't come with a cab on. This comes with a full cab.
Okay.
That is heated with a windshield wiper. And Bob said, well, you can take it to Searsport and have the plastic doors put on it and stuff. And our grooming crew is getting less and less every year because nobody wants to go out on that snowmobile when it's 20 below at midnight and
Right. Yeah.
get in it, But what our thoughts may be is if this would work for us, getting rid of the S10 truck with a drag on it, because there's only one person that drives it.
Yeah.
And it can go from Orrington all the way through to Silver Lake Road, Central Street, and turn around and go back through. That's the only trail that can get on, because some of the landowners don't want you to cut this tree and that tree, so you can't get it through. You got to have 8 to 10 feet to make some of the turns where it's so big and long. But this thing is a lot shorter. So, any questions about anything? Yes, Jim?
When do you plan on getting the drag?
This year, yeah. If we can purchase this, actually, Brendan Friend has that in stock. So if we purchase it this year, we'll have it in operation this fall. When the
You
snow.
have the funds to get that?
Yes, yep. The drag that would go behind this one is about $6,000. The drag that we got for the S10 and the tracks, and that was 10 or 12 years ago, that was $5,000 for the drag and about $5,000 for the tracks we put on that. But what our thoughts are is if this actually works for the club and works well, that we can get rid of the bigger groomer and maybe purchase another one of these in the future some year, It's an all-season track, so you can run them in the summertime, in the mud, in the dirt. The track kit for this is, well, it's on the paper there, it's what, $5,000 basically?
$49.99.
$49.99, yeah. And it used to be that when you purchased something like this, you didn't have to pay the freight to get it here.
Yeah.
Now the freight's a couple thousand, freight setup's a couple $1,000s, because they don't want to pay the freight to get them here, It comes out of Wisconsin, I think it is.
Yeah.
So,
What's been your average, you said you groomed for 2 weeks this year.
yeah, this year,
What's been the average over the last 4 or 5 years? I mean, just looking at the weather, it's
yeah,
going to be close to the same.
year before, we groomed one weekend, and then it warmed up and rained, In the past, we've had times when we've groomed straight ahead for 6 weeks. It just depends on the season, you know. Somewhere, there used to be between Bucksport and Holland, somewhere like 400 snowmobilers. And when we had good snow, we've seen as high as 100 family memberships in the club. But if you don't get snow, they don't join the club, so you lose those funds, which isn't a lot. It's $25 to join the club.
What's your membership at right now?
We've got about 24 family memberships, and we've got about the same in businesses that support us in town. And their membership is only $10 more than a family membership, so it's 25 and 35. Out of that 25, 15 of that goes to the state association, and the same with business memberships.
Have you heard Joe York is talking about an ATV club. Have you guys?
I was talking to Joe just before I got here, and he said he wasn't going to be able to make it tonight. He had something come up, so. But, yeah, I've talked to Joe over the last month some, and I told him if it's something that he needs help with, we're willing to help him. But we've got so many landowners between town and Orrington, Allen, that don't want an ATV on the land. And I explained to Joe that the town maps are deceiving when you look at it. It's like the Silver Lake power line. It says Central Maine Power all the way out through there. It isn't owned by Central Maine. They own a couple, 3 lots, but it's all easements across private land on most of those out through there. Because we went through this with the state last fall.
Do you guys have to get permission from landowners too for your trails every year? Or?
Every year we're supposed to, and the state has been a little lenient with us because we've got about 150 landowners that we cross. So they don't necessarily say you got to do it every year, but they're starting to get more particular on who those landowners are for insurance reasons. Going out, let's say from the Silver Lake Road to the crossroad, that section there's about 20 landowners in there. The town owns some. There's a doctor that owns some on both sides of the Silver Lake Road. He won't even let us get into clean trails. He said, nope, I don't want you on my land. He said, I'll clear the trail when the snow's gone. I'll open the 2 gates, and then you can use snowmobiles. Jackson Farm, we're not allowed to cross that land at all on the power line. Silver Ridge Farms lets us cross theirs. Gary Grindle lets us cross there. And those landowners. But there's a lot of them.
All right.
Any other questions?
Any questions before? I know we're up on time, so.
Yep.
Any objection to moving this to the council? Or what would you?
No, I don't. I love the idea of it. I just feel like we're hemorrhaging money, and this is my first round in this budget stuff. I've been submersed in looking at how much there isn't to spread out. So I guess I would like to move it on and hope that Sue can find it somewhere.
No pressure.
What do you think? What do you think of that, Sue?
Yeah.
So, which is fine. Like I said, we've got 1 minute to get to the next one, or it won't air, is why
Yeah.
But I'll put it on the council agenda for discussion at the council level at the next meeting, and you can decide if you want to do a resolve on it. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And this time of year, there's no hurry. We don't have any snow, hopefully, right? So, thank you very much.
Thanks, Anthony. Next item is adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, second. All those in favor? Ed is?
Gotcha.